If you have willingly clicked on this video, I'd assume you know of the extremely popular tower game known as ETOH, JTOH and or KTOH if you're an older fan like me. But in case you don't, let me explain. A tower obby is a 100 by 1000 stud structure with parkour gameplay, otherly known as obby gameplay, filling up the inside and sometimes the outside of a tower. The main objective in a tower obby is to get from the spawn on floor 1 up to the color changing wind pad at the top of floor 10, though tower layouts can vary. These towers range in many difficulties, from so easy a fetus still fresh in the womb could articulate their fingers enough to beat it, to monsters that people spend genuine years trying to complete a floor or two in. ETOH is no exception to this, having many areas that gather up a bunch of these towers in groups that you can play freely, as long as you don't suck, of course. There are 19 main areas, not including the sub-realms. These include World 1 and the Rings 1 through 9, and World 2, the Zones 1 through 10. Both worlds do not currently have their finale areas. You need to be a certain amount of towers, and a certain amount of a difficulty of towers to progress in a world, called the area requirements. Not including the possibility for a couple more sub-realms to be squeezed in the last few cracks and crevices of the areas that don't have any yet. What's next after the finales come out and the first two worlds are officially coming to a close? I propose a solution that could fix the ongoing issues that are in the game. Issues such as running out of content to add to the game, more of a challenge for more better players, and too many great towers being stuck in the whitelist. I propose the addition of a third world, the Azure Expanse. Long intro out of the way. Hello and welcome to the video. This idea is just one of those shower thoughts that I just randomly had the urge to turn into content. And if you watch through the whole thing, by the end of it, maybe like and subscribe. It's just one click, and it just about justifies the hours I spent scripting, recording, and editing this video, as I am a one-man team on this micro channel. Even if it's just playing in the background while you do something else, it still helps. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Two quick notes before I start actually talking about the topic. The first one is that due to poor planning on my part, I didn't record enough background footage for the video. That's why there was so much TYG for the start there. So most of the footage is just going to be silent clips of videos I either scrapped in the past or are working on currently. So that's why you can see my PNG tuber and stuff. 2. This video will have a whole lot of nothing happening on the screen, and it's just a glorified podcast at this point. But when you hear this sound effect, that's where it's important for you to look at the screen. Now let's continue the video. World 3. Where do I even start? I mean, there used to be a third world called Blend Star System, but that's a whole other kind of worms I don't feel like talking about right now. This is what I have though. So as you know, there are the rings and there are the zones. The Great Inferno descends into the deep volcanic depths of the planet, and the spatial system is all about going far into the unknown of space, reaching into places like Singularity and the Interstellar Shore. My idea for World 3, I have named the Azure Expanse as I previously stated, which is going to be about venturing into the dark of the ocean, starting off on maybe a lush island or a beachside, down through brighter waters to deep sectors. The lowest area could even be the Mariana Trench, completing the trilogy of the Rings, Zones, and Depths. The world would be like the Great Inferno, as there would be 9 deaths. So enough stalling, let me get into the main meat of the video. Sorry vegans. And let's get to the reasons on why this would be an overall positive for the game. Reasoning 1. This one is most obvious. More content equals good. Less content equals bad. Wow, my mind is absolutely blown. Next reason. Wait. Kidding, I'm kidding. I'll explain it more, but that's pretty much the easiest way to explain it. 9 more areas can add so many more towers and opportunity for fun completions to the game. It's almost impossible to pass the opportunity up. Imagine it. Let's say there are 17 towers per area, and let's say there are like 4 subrealms. 17 times 13 is 221. It may sound just a bit implausible, but take into account obviously not all the areas are going to release at the same time or as much. Just incorporate some contests for placements in the areas, and you got tower creators locking in and going crazy like wild animals, just to make the best thing they can to get into the new, pristine world. With all the towers, I mean, 221 is a lot. I know this isn't a math class, but like, can you guys even count that high? I know the main demographic of this game probably can't, but I digress. There are sure to be a good handful of towers that most can enjoy, and if creators really locked in, we could have extremely fire groups of towers. The sheer amount of content a new world would add over on top of the tower revamps we have been getting throughout the OG rings would just bring so much fresh life to the game that has been constantly coming since the owner change. My second reasoning is the general skill level of ETOH players has been increasing drastically as of recent. And I'm not even just talking about the super sweats like Monsters, Block, and Skitsuna. The new players are slowly creeping up to SC level and are looking for more Insanes, Terries, Katas, and especially Extremes. They are looking for a challenge, including me. As someone who is currently grinding a Kata tower, I do want more options for an easier soul crushing. And this new world could be the perfect specimen for this plan. My thoughts for this hypothetical world was this. Yes, there are still some easier towers to supplement newer players' progression, since all tower points are now in one system and not separated between worlds. What I think this world should be mainly supplied with harder towers. I'm talking intense and up. Especially at depth 9, I've been itching for another SC area like Ring 9. This could 1. Give newer players some easy towers to make the progression easier, 2. Also give the newer players more easier options for their first REM and intense towers, and 3. Give the more advanced players fun and more variety with the towers they can grind and complete, especially extreme towers. My third reason is simple. The sheer amount of good modern towers and citadels already just vibing in the whitelist waiting for their time to shine in the spotlight is crazy. I advise you, yes you, viewer, I advise you right there, go onto the whitelist list. Is that what they call it, the whitelist list? I guess. Yeah, go to the whitelist list and take a scroll through the tower whitelist just to see if you can find something you personally would enjoy, because I did that once and there was some good towers in there. Opening up more areas opens up more slots for there to be more of those towers in the game. If you haven't already realized, in the background of this segment, I'm playing a clip of a tower that's not in the game. This is Citadel of Deathmatch, and I know a lot of people are upset that it didn't get into the Steel Spire Horizon, but instead of it just being condemned to the whitelist, with this new world, it could have another shot of making it. I know a lot of people want it in the game, so why not? Second chances are a helpful thing, and this world can give many towers that push they need. Wow, that was a whole lot of words, don't you think? But after all of that, I think I've painted a pretty clear picture about how I'd want Third World to go. But what about you? What do you think a third world could be like? Comment it down below. It would greatly help me push this video to the spotlight. If that would ever happen, am I right? So, I hope you enjoyed this video essay. This genre has already interested me quite a bit, so I'm glad I thought of this topic to make one. I'll restate what I said earlier in the video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, and only if you did, like or subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Don't you want to see a random kid happy? No? Ah, well. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye. And also, yes, I know a third world themed around time travel has been confirmed, but I learned that way after I was pretty far into the script, so shh, nobody needs to know that. So I'm gonna just pretend it doesn't exist. Now let me restate that again. Goodbye.